Hopefully it does it in the video. It's Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, we're just a bit of sprint planning.
Yeah.
As usual. What are you doing?
Yeah, so it's the last week before hexceed's release, so you get that done. About 60 levels left to do. Hopefully I'll get it done by midweek. Obviously along with that, get the achievements ready and the announcement post ready as well. Other than that, it's going to be a bunch of sort of prep work for announcements. So we need to announce about the YouTube video schedule, just for anyone who's looking for videos next week or week after, there's not going to be any. You let people know about that. And the Steam winter sale starts next week, and also we're not going to be here next week. This is our last week of work before Christmas, so we need to get that scheduled and ready for next week when we're not here. And other than that, just a YouTube video. Maybe that'll be it. And hopefully, if there's time towards the end of the week, the year one video, but we'll see what we get.
Yeah, fair dues. As for me, I'm going to be testing that the last DLC for Hexceed. I'm getting there. I've only got 20 to catch up on, so should be plenty of time for that. Other than that, I'm going to be working on Colour Pixels on Switch. So basically, since it's the last week before we break up for Christmas, I'm just going to try and get it done. So we're going to try and get everything apart from localization done, I think. We'll see. Other than that, some Hexceed stuff that I want to look at as well. There's a highlighting bug that's back. I say back, I don't think it ever left. It's just a nightmare to reproduce, so like, yeah, it's difficult to work that one out. And there's a bug with the snowflakes stuff, so hovering over snowflakes doesn't work sometimes, so I'm going to be looking at that. But yeah, pretty straightforward week. Got my alarm set for the DLC, so
Yeah, ready to go.
cool. Yeah, so it's Tuesday. I haven't really recorded much because we haven't been up to that much. Lee's just been doing the devlog as usual. I watched that, everything's fine. He's uploaded that and things. And he's just been making levels other than that. As for me, I've been working on Colour Pixels on Switch, as you can see. Just been working on a few of the minor features of the game, really. So if you press X, you get these little pop-ups in the corner. That's just as you hold it as well. 49% is how complete this image is. So you can see it's about halfway done there. And yeah, and we managed to get the timer working as well. So the timer, it basically just tells you how long it took you to complete a level, which is quite an interesting stat when it comes to like some of the larger levels, you can imagine. But yeah, I've just been getting that working, and that's basically it. Just a bit of refactoring, really nothing much to show off. So yeah, so I've also just sort of like been making a start on a potential project we'll be working on in the future that we're doing, Project Athena. It'll be something that we look at really like later next year. But yeah, there's just been a bit of work for that because a family friend of Kim's has offered to do some art for us. So we're kind of wrapped up with the projects that we're currently working on for art. So we just sort of asked them to have a look at this future project that we might be doing. And yeah, there's just been a lot of sorting that stuff out. Also been doing lots of boring tax stuff as usual. So yeah, hence the lack of updates.
So yeah, it's just past 6 o'clock on Tuesday. As Rob said, I spent all of yesterday doing the video. I finished it quite early because it's another shorter video, so I got some levels in yesterday, and I've been doing more levels today. Made some good progress, all in all, up to level 80 on the small, as you see here, which means there's only 30 levels left to do, so we're very nearly there, and that's doable. Going to get that done tomorrow. Little note, don't know if Rob mentioned it, he's going to be having a half day tomorrow. I'm working from home. I know it's Music Wednesday, and it's just going to be a day of levels. There won't be much footage to show. So I'm probably going to work from home as well. I'll try and record a little bit maybe, but we'll see how we get on. But hopefully, the goal is tomorrow that we'll finish all the levels, and then we can make a start on the additional stuff such as the achievements and whatnot. So yeah, you can see here these dark reds that are scattered amongst the pinks here. That's all that's left. So we're very nearly done, very nearly complete.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
We both worked from home yesterday, and we both took a bit of a half day. Did you take half day yesterday?
No, I worked full day, but I just worked home. Just
okay.
Started
You just started after I finished because I had a half day fair. Yeah. So it's Thursday. We're just done stand up as usual. What are you doing?
Yes, a bit of an update for yesterday. I finished all the hexceed levels, so that's the DLC completely done in terms of making levels. So today I'm just finishing up the extra tasks. So the achievements have been made live this morning, tested those. And I'm in the process of making the announcement posts for Friday when the DLC goes live, just sort of to announce that it's available to buy. Other than that though, it's going to be other sort of announcement posts just to wrap up for the year. So we've got the winter sale next week that I need to schedule in advance because you're not going to be here for when the sale goes live. And just other sort of minor things I need to let people know about the YouTube video schedule, stuff like that, over the Christmas period. So a lot of just little posts like that. If I get them all done, I'll make a start on the year one video again. Get them all done that because it's been a long time. So I've got what to do. So.
Yeah. Well, it would be funny if it was like the next year when. Yeah, but as for me, so I've tested all of those levels. Lee, the phone died.
It did.
You said what you were doing. I was just about to start rambling. Basically, I've tested all of the levels that we've got for the last DLC of Hexceed. I've fixed all the levels as well, so I've just got to do one last build, an actual like production ready build, then make it live and stuff.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm going to be working on coloring pixels on Switch, doing some UI stuff again. In last week's devlog, I said I won't have to do any UI stuff this week, and then I spent all week talking about UI stuff. This is the mug I usually use, hexceed branded. You can buy it from our merch store. Small plug. But yeah, Lee brought me in a little gift today. It's a big mug. Look at that's the usual coffee I get in this mug, and look at how low down it is in the mug. I could probably fit like 8 of them in. It's crazy. Thanks, Lee.
You're welcome.
Getting on a bit now. It's 2:30, and I've managed to get quite a nice little GIF. I'll get that version from the actual save file. Quite happy with the end result. I ended up doing a bit of back and forth in the sense that I got a GIF of the falling snow and I figured out how to put it on top of the image using the software that we've got. Decided to use Premiere Pro, made a little video and exported that, and then recorded a GIF of the video. So a little bit back and forth, but got a nice result here. I'm going to be scheduling that to go out on the 22nd when the sale's live.
Okay, so I've got some sprint planning stuff that I've been doing. So just basically been looking at a plan for what we're going to be doing for the next few months. Just because about a month ago we decided to change our direction away from Blue Mountain, the Rubik's Cube game that I've been working on, and to focus on coloring pixels on Switch, as you will have noticed. And basically what that means for releases. So we're originally planning to release Blue Mountain in about late January time. So we were pretty much supposed to be like wrapping up about now, and then it was going to be like a lot of testing and final like launch preparations in January. A bit similar to how we launched Hexceed last year. That's not going to go ahead quite as planned anymore. So we're here the last week before Christmas. We're off these 2 weeks. I think Lee's coming in on Monday to the devlog, but no actual work's gonna get done towards game development stuff. So yeah, this is kind of the plan. Green stuff that I'm doing. This grey stuff is stuff that Lee's doing. Obviously, there's a bunch of other stuff that's going on in the background as well. But basically, the idea is we want to get coloring pixels on Switch basically sent off to lot check at the end of January. So we've still got localization to do for that, and there's still a bunch of polishing stuff that we need doing. Another thing that we wanted to do for this Switch launch that we didn't do for Hexceed was a whole lot of testing. So we basically need to make sure that the game is very, very robust. Just because we had a lot of troubles with Hexceed, quite a few people got to a point where they couldn't complete the game, and we don't want that at all. That's just not really acceptable for us. So we'll basically block out 2 weeks that we're just basically going to be spent playing the game and fixing any bugs that we can find. Hopefully there won't be any. It seems quite robust at the moment, but I'm sure there'll be something that we'll find. Yeah, and then after that, basically, we're working on Blue Mountain again, trying to get the game finished, so hopefully spend just over a month on that. And yeah, so we'll basically have 2 games that are basically done and just waiting to come out, so hopefully that'll lead on to sometime in May, June time. We're going to be launching those probably about a month apart, because it takes a lot of time to prep the launch. I know Lee will have a lot of work contacting people, sending keys out to people, doing a lot of PR stuff, so it's a whole thing. Yeah, well, apart from that, we're going to be making a start on our new project Athena, hopefully in March. It's all very rough, but it's nice to have some dates down there I actually want to try and aim for, because if you don't have a date to aim for, then you're never going to get it done.
Morning, Rob. Bye.
Morning, Lee.
It's Friday, but it's also the last day of work before Christmas.
Yeah. Woo, woo. Well, you're coming in on Monday, aren't you?
Yeah, but just to do the YouTube video, so there won't be any footage or anything like that. I'm just going to get that edited and just scheduled. Hopefully, no problems. We've had our stand up for today. What are you doing today, Rob?
Yes, that's for me. Just current pixels. Current pixels on Switch. Like I have been just trying to get things polished and feeling as nice as possible. Just lots of tiny things to do. But yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, so the main thing today is sort of like a end of year post that we did last year in the Discord. I'm just letting everyone know what's happening with the YouTube schedule. Probably won't be any videos other than this one until next year. So gonna let people know what to expect, and then other than that, just continue with the year one video. As I say, there's a lot to do, so probably won't get it finished, but make a big dent hopefully, and just get some of that done.
Yeah, fair enough. Nice and easy day for the last day. Okay, so just a quick update on what I've been up to today. Mainly, it's just been lots and lots of very minor things that we just want to get the game feeling as nice as possible before we start moving on to preparing for launcher. So yeah, one of the big things you'll notice is when you launch a level, it launches zoomed out now. We thought this would do quite well with the controls to zoom in, how it does that like snapping to a certain level thing that it doesn't have on PC, so that's why we've gone for that option. A couple of other things, this probably isn't the best level to do it because I've coloured everything in black, but the little cursor has a couple of animations now, so if I press A, it goes in like that to focus the sort of like selection area. So one of the things that we found is when you zoomed out, it's difficult to see where exactly you're going to be colouring in. So now when you press A, it really tightens that up, so you can see exactly which pixel you're colouring. Does the same thing for B as well. B's not implemented yet, but that's going to be the eraser. Yeah, it's got another thing as well. So when you do the colour picker, it does another different animation. So it sort of like makes a little circle. Yeah, and it just makes it a bit more satisfying. A couple of other things. I've got the I think we've called it in code the channel changer. Just because the way I implemented it on PC. So basically, when you're changing whichever color you're using, see this little number tells you in the top left to see which one you're doing. So that might be useful when you're actually clicking it on the stick like that. It tells you exactly which one you've selected. Yeah, okay, so the way that it's different from PC is this little box here. Usually changes to a green color if you correctly press the right numbers to select a color. For example, like if we'd pressed number 7, then the number 7 will be selected on the keyboard. But if we'd picked the number like 21, for example, there isn't a number 21, so it would be red. But that doesn't quite work for this because there's no way to get it wrong really. So what we've done is we've swapped it over so that it's white if it's a colour that hasn't been done yet, and if it is a colour that's been done, like I've just done 9 here, it will be green. It's just a nice little touch. It's the weekend.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Yeah, you look forward to your 2 weeks off?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Well, you have to put up with me.
Love to see your face.
I'll probably be playing games all the 2 weeks anyway, but yeah, it's been a good week. A bit of a relaxed one, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. It feels like, you know, when you're at school and you have that last week of term, you don't really get anything done, but you do. Yeah. It's super relaxed. Yeah, it's been quite a good week. Yeah, you've been working on hexceed, haven't you?
Yeah, actually most of the week. So the first couple of days was finishing up the DLC, getting the levels done. But that was tied up quite quickly, that was quite good. And then all the other sort of side tasks for that, so getting the achievements, getting them all localized, getting the announcement post ready for tonight, because it's still release week for us. So it's coming out tonight, you check it out.
Yes, I've set my alarm.
Yeah, it's good. And other than that, it's just been sort of preparing for next year, or preparing for the Christmas break. So we made a hexceed poll, make sure to check it out. Already got like 270 votes on it. It's just pretty much asking the community, the players, what they want for next year, because we're going to be toning it down a bit, but really seeing the interest, so we know what we want to do with it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, we just want to get more information about what people want from the future of
Yeah.
hexceed, really.
Yeah, so quite good. A lot of people, so far it's like 50% of people want just carry on making the same size DLC for the same price, which is fine by us. We can do that.
That's good. We've got a lot of responses as well, haven't we?
Yeah, a lot more
so
than
it's good that a lot of people care.
It's only been a couple of days since
Yeah.
93 votes, so pretty impressive. It's on until February, so if you're watching the video, check it out. Cast your vote what you want. Yeah, we'll go from there, use that to make our decision. But other than that, it's just a lot of wrapping up. So we made a big post for Christmas, we're prepared for the Steam sale, that's starting middle of next week. It'll be on again whilst watching this video, so do more about Steam, should pick up again if you want any. Yeah, that's pretty much been it for me. Just a lot of posts, a lot of hexceed.
Yeah, fair. As for me, apart from the little bit of testing I did for the hexceed DLC, there was a slight bug we had, wasn't there, where the bomb count was just calculated wrong for a whole bunch of levels. Strange bug, but I guess we fixed that. Yeah, other than that, it's just been colouring pixels and Switch. So basically, the game's playable now. It's actually looking good. It's feeling like really smooth, which is kind of the point where we want it to be at this point. So yeah, hopefully we'll come back after Christmas, start get localization done, and then get it submitted.
Yeah, get those store pages sorted,
Yeah. So yeah, very, very close on that. Very exciting.
Yeah, there's a description on YouTube under the community section, just explaining the videos. Won't be another one until mid-January. Well, thanks for watching these ones anyway, and hopefully the next one in January will be pretty good. We'll see what happens in the new year. But as always, thanks for watching. Thanks to the patrons, still sticking around. Yeah,
Still sticking around. You're not wrong.